Hello, 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 millionaire. It's Xabelina here from the book club, The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, and I am so glad that you're here. It looks like I am alone right now, but later on I'm going to have a few other panelists hopping on with me. So last week's book club hangout was absolutely awesome. If you didn't catch it, you have to catch the replay. It was so good. I love to have my entrepreneurs on here just sharing their stories about how personal development has helped them in their journey with their business and how it has helped them thrive and become leaders. And that is my goal for you, millionaire. My goal is to help you up here so that you can see the result out here. And so basically what we do is I read from a PDF and I read out loud and you guys follow with me. And we just kind of, give our thoughts and share whatever it is that we think. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. This thing just started. It got all crazy. It started. Anyway, so technical difficulties. So listen, I am going to start reading, and I will have the panelists pop up whenever they can. So let's go ahead and jump into it. If I didn't finish my sentence, I'm sorry, y'all. I was distracted by my own voice. So let me go ahead and go to a screen share. I'm going to be having my baby pop on in a little bit. And, ooh, let me fix my hair. I'm a hot mess. I'm a hot mess. Yeah, oh, yeah. If you want to hang out with us, just let me know, and I will add you to our Facebook group chat, where I will be sending you guys the links on Tuesdays, and you guys can be on. It's great for your business. It's great for your personal development. It's good to have an accountability. It's just good stuff. So let me know, and I will definitely fit you in. So let me go ahead and start the screen share, and we're on pages 30. I think we're on page like 35 or something like that. Let's see. Yes. Okay. And I'm just going to apologize for my birds in the background. I said this before. I work from home. This is my office. I would much rather have an angry bird yelling over my shoulder than an angry boss. Okay. So here we go, y'all. All right. So last week's declaration, we placed our hand over our heart and we said, like a bunch of crazy locals, we said this: what I modeled around money was their way. I choose my way. And, you got to touch your head and say, I have a millionaire mind. There's Andrea. Hello, Andrea. She popped on. So good. I'm so glad she's on. So, Andrea, I'm going to go ahead and start, honey bunny. So here we go. Wait. Where is my... Okay, here we go. So the third influence, specific incidents. So let's get into this. The third primary way in which we are conditioned is by specific incidents. What did you experience when you were young around money, wealth, and rich people? These experiences are extremely important because they shape the beliefs, or rather, the illusions you now live by. Let me give you an example. A woman who was an operating room nurse attended the Millionaire Mind intensive seminar. Josie had an excellent income, but somehow she always spent all of her money. When we dug a little deeper, she revealed that when she was 11 years old, she remembers being at a Chinese restaurant with her parents and her sister. Her mom and dad were having yet another bitter argument about money. Her dad was standing up, screaming, and slamming his fist on the table. Ooh, no, he didn't. So she remembers him turning red and then blue and then falling to the floor from a heart attack. Oh my goodness. Lord have mercy. So she was on the swim team at school and had CPR training, which she administered, but to no avail. Oh no. Her father died in her arms. That's so sad. And so from that day forth, Josie's mind linked money with pain. It's no wonder then that as an adult, she subconsciously got rid of all of her money in an effort to get rid of her pain. Wow, that makes so much sense. It's also interesting to note that she became a nurse. Why? Is it possible that she was still trying to save her dad? Oh my God, that's so sad. At the course, we helped Josie identify her old money blueprint and revise it. Today, she's well on her way to becoming financially free. She's also not a nurse anymore. Not that she didn't enjoy her job, it's just that she was in the nursing profession for the wrong reason. She's now a financial planner, still helping people, but this time one-on-one to understand how their past programming runs every aspect of their financial lives. Wow, that's nice. So let me give you another example of a specific incident, one that's closer to home. When my wife was 8 years old, she would hear the clanging bells of the ice cream truck coming down the street. She would run to her mom and ask for a quarter. Her mom would reply, "Sorry, dear, I don't have any money. Go ask Dad. Dad's got all the money." My wife would then go ask her dad. He'd give her a quarter, and she'd go get her ice cream cone, and she was a happy camper. Week after week, the same incident would repeat itself. So, what did my wife learn about money? First, that men have all the money. So, once we got married, what do you think she expected of me? That's right, money. And I'll tell you what, she wasn't asking for quarters anymore. Somehow, she'd graduated. Second, she learned that women don't have money. If her mom, the deity, didn't have money, obviously, obviously this is the way that she should be. To validate that way of being, she would subconsciously get rid of all her money. She was quite precise about it too. If you gave her $100, she'd spend $100. If you gave her $200, she'd spend $200. If you gave her $500, she'd spend $500. And if you gave her $1,000, she'd spend $1,000. Then she took one of my courses and learned all about the art of leverage. I gave her $2,000. She spent $10,000. I tried to explain, no, honey, leverage means we're the ones who are supposed to get the $10,000, not spend it. Somehow, it just wasn't sinking in. The only thing we ever fought about was money. It almost cost us our marriage. What we didn't know at the time was that the meanings each of us attributed to money were radically different. To my wife, money meant immediate pleasure, as in enjoying her ice cream. I, on the other hand, grew up with the belief that money was meant to be accumulated as the means to create freedom. As far as I was concerned, whenever my wife spent money, she wasn't spending money, she was spending our future freedom. And as far as she was concerned, whenever I held her back from spending, I was taking away her pleasure in life. I don't know if my husband popped on, but babe, doesn't this sound familiar? Okay, so thank goodness we learned how to revise each of our money blueprints and, more importantly, create a third money blueprint specifically for the relationship. What is this? So, success story from Deborah Chamatov, from Deborah to T Harv Eker, financially free. Harv, today I have 18 sources of passive income and I no longer need a job. Yes, I am rich, but more importantly, my life is enriched, joyful, and abundant. But it wasn't always this way. Money used to be a burden to me. I trusted strangers to manage my financial affairs just so I wouldn't have to deal with it. I lost almost everything during the last stock market crash, and I didn't even realize it until it was too late. More importantly, I lost my self-respect, paralyzed with fear, shame, and hopelessness. I withdrew from everyone and everything around me. I continued to punish myself right up until I was dragged to the Millionaire Mind. During that transformational weekend, I reclaimed my power and resolved to take control of my own financial destiny. I embraced the declarations of wealth and forgave myself for past mistakes, truly believing that I deserved to be wealthy. And now, I'm actually having fun managing my own money. I am financially free and know I always will be because I have a millionaire mind. Thank you, Harv. Thank you. Wow, that's powerful. Does all this work? Let me put it this way. I've witnessed 3 miracles in my life. 1, the birth of my daughter. 2, the birth of my son. And 3, my wife and I not fighting about money anymore. Amen. Statistics show that the #1 cause of all relationship breakups is money. The biggest reason behind the fights people have about money is not the money itself, but the mismatch of their blueprints. It doesn't matter how much money you have or don't have. If your blueprint doesn't match that of the person that you're dealing with, you'll have a major challenge. This goes for married couples, dating couples, family relationships, and even business associates. The key is to comprehend that you are dealing with blueprints, not money. Once you recognize a person's money blueprint, you can deal with your partner in a way that works for both of you. You can begin by becoming aware that your partner's money files are probably not the same as yours. Instead of getting upset, choose understanding. Do your best to find out what's important to your partner in the arena of money and identify his or her motivations and fears. In this way, you'll be dealing with the roots instead of the fruits and have a good shot of making it work. Otherwise, no way, Jose. One of the most important things that you will learn, should you decide to attend the Millionaire Mind Intensive Seminar, is how to recognize your partner's money blueprint, as well as how to create a brand new blueprint between both of you that helps you as partners get what you really want. It is truly a blessing to be able to do this, as it alleviates one of the biggest causes of pain for most people. Steps for change, specific incidents. Here's an exercise that you can do with your partner. Sit down and discuss the history that each of you brings to your thoughts about money. What you heard and when you were young, what was modeled in your family, and any emotional incidents that occurred. Also, find out what money really means to your partner. Is it pleasure or freedom or security or status? This will assist you in identifying each other's current money blueprint and may help you discover why you might be disagreeing in this arena. Next, discuss what you want today, not as individuals, but as a partnership. Decide and agree upon your general goals and attitudes with regard to money and success. Then, create a list of these attitudes and actions that you both agree to live by and write them down. Post them on the wall, and if ever there's an issue, gently, very gently, remind each other what you decided together when you were both objective, unemotional, and outside the grip of your old money blueprints. Awareness. Consider a specific emotional incident you experienced around money when you were young. Ooh, I can come up with a few. Understanding. Write down how this incident may have affected your current financial life. Disassociation. Can you see this way of being is only what you learned and isn't you? Can you see you have a choice in the present moment to be different? Declaration. So we're gonna do this a little later. We're gonna place our hands over our heart and say, I release my non-supportive money experience from the past and create a new and rich future. Then we're gonna touch our heads and then we're gonna leave it there. Let's see. Let me go back to how many people I got on the Hangout. Oh, hey, Myra. Let's go back. Hey, Myra.
Hey girl, how are you? Sorry for the delay.
It's okay. It's okay. We're so glad to have you. So glad to. Hi, Edgar. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Is that
I'm so
I
glad.
don't know, today we don't have like a clock, and you know that we are one you are 1 hour ahead. And we
Oh.
always confuse about the time, but it's okay. We're here. That is the important thing.
You guys don't have a clock. What happened to your clock, girlfriend?
I mean, we do, but we were not aware.
Today I don't know. Today
We
we've been
had a
doing
net.
so much stuff that at the same time it's like, oh my God, it's 6:30.
Yeah, and
It's like,
you know what? I don't think you're the only one that happened to, right, Andrea? We were wondering. We were like, "Where's everybody at? It's quiet. It's like cricket." I think today was just it's just one of those days. It must I don't know. It must be the global warming. I'm gonna blame it on the Yep, there you go. Cricket. I'm blaming it on the global warming. Everybody's off. I swear to you, everybody's off. But
mhm.
go ahead. What happened?
Yeah. First of all, thank you for inviting us like every Tuesday. We are super excited always to be, even though we are late today. I'm sorry. But we are always expecting the Tuesday hangout for also because it's a recharge for us for the week. Sometimes I don't know. We say, okay, I don't know what's going on, and during this day, that something is missing because many.
That's your clock. That was your clock. The clock
Yeah,
was missing.
that is cool. We need that the other day, but it's okay. Yeah, but we are here. That is the important part.
Yay. No, let me tell you something. I always say this. I am so glad that I work on my own time because if not, I'd be fired 150,000 times. Let me tell you, I'd be fired. But it's a good thing I'm my own boss. Hey, y'all like my necklace? Look, it says boss. It says boss on it. I'm my own boss. What do you think? I wore it. I bought it just
Oh,
because I'm
there.
my own boss.
Oh,
You like it? It says boss.
you're the boss.
I am the boss. But I
I like
appreciate
it.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys being here. If y'all want to buy one of
I
these,
like your character.
let me know. I'll start selling them on Amazon or something. I don't know. What do you think? So, but you know what, guys? I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you guys are here because um, he was touching on the subject of the couples and the money and the different blueprints that the upbringing that we came from and how it can affect our marriage. Ooh, let me tell you
Where is Alexander? Where is Alexander today?
Yeah. I'm gonna ask him for stories next time.
Yeah,
you
that
know,
is not fair. That is not fair.
I know, and you know what? He's trying to actually pop on. He has my laptop, and he's trying to pop on. Andrea, it's so funny that your husband or your boyfriend or husband, I don't know, girl, you married, don't matter, your beloved is not around. This is a really good topic to get into with all of the beloveds. Um,
Well,
but
we were here when we were kind of late, but we were here reading
Okay.
those parts, and we were all right. We've made some improvements here.
No,
We've
yeah, this
we've
is part. We passed this part. Oh.
yeah. We have definitely worked on a lot of our plans of changing our money blueprints ourselves. And I think this happens to everybody. Everybody falls in some category here. Um, but yeah, we have because we have read this book before and other sources, we've changed a lot of the money blueprint.
Yeah, we have to work on several things, but I think in compared to our beginning, because we married 6 years ago, and when we get married, I was single mom 8 imagine myself that I was like the person who always
8 years.
8 years.
You said 8.
8 years exactly. Sorry for my Spanish, for my English and Spanish confusion.
It's okay. It's beautiful.
Okay, and the thing is that I always was I was for a long time a single mom, paying everything and pay try to find the two to cover the two incomes, and for us in the beginning was very tough to adjust on the part like Edgar said. Okay, I need to pay that. You know, I'm the man of the house. I need to pay this. I need to help you in this. And for me, I was like, even that we are going to see a movie or something, and you see me like, okay, no, I'm the one that's gonna pay. And for many other things, we have to make adjustments. And I think that is a pattern of life that you are, especially when you start with a person, you have to adjust. Even in the beginning, that we are in the household. Sometimes I say, we spend too much money because I'm a financial analyst for all my life, and I always very controller of the money. I don't like the debts and everything, and for me I have to pay every single month everything. And the thing is that most of the time, sometimes I figure it out like, oh, I'm gonna spend more this month. And at the end, when we see the big difference when we make the decision to go to be the boss, that was something incredible, because you are used to have the system that you have every single month in a specific amount. And even when you are working from home, you see a lot of things that you spend that you don't need to spend when you go out. And it's very different, the environment and the mindset that you have to have, because you realize that I worried so much before because I just been tight. But for this money, when you are in home, that you save a lot of money when you are working from home, you say, wow, there's so much. I've been worried for nothing, because before you are making this huge fight because we spend so much money on this. But now that we are working from home, you're saving a lot of money for other stuff, and the communication start to change and balance. I don't know if you think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are
I
hilarious.
don't know why he said it like that way, but I have a.
It's like, yeah. It's funny because I don't know if we will. This is an area where it's very sensitive area right now for us, and because it's just we're kind of like when I think about my husband and I, it reminds me of what T Harv Eker was talking about. Like, my mom was a single mom, but I learned a lot when it came to marriages. I learned a lot from my grandmother and from my grandfather, and it was very much like that. Like, he was the one with the money, although she was the one that she was in a network marketing business and she was doing really good or whatever, but he was the one that managed the money. So every time I wanted money or something like that, she would tell him. She would direct me to him and be like, this is the one who has the money, go to your grandfather, So to me, I kind of grew up thinking that, like, okay, the wife, just like my grandmother, she's going to stay home, and the husband is going to provide, and this is just how it is. And if I want money, I'm just going to ask my husband. And I'm going to be honest with you, I still struggle with it to this day, and hopefully, my love, if you're watching, you'll come out here in the living room with me and put your 2 cents into this, because this is an area, and I'm so glad that we're reading this book, because seriously, guys, it's really, it is serious. I would ask him for money, and then I would feel like a little girl, because that's exactly how I grew up thinking like the man is like the provider, and you go to him for the money. But to be honest with you, it wasn't until I read this book, Rich Woman by Kim Kiyosaki, that she said, okay, it's okay that the man is the provider. It's fine. And nobody's saying that there's anything wrong with that. However, the reality of it is that, woman, what's going to happen to you if, God forbid, something happened to your husband? He can't work. He can no longer go to work. Or, God forbid, he passes away, or other things. I mean, people get divorced and stuff. Not saying that we're going to get a divorce, but, things happen. Woman, what are you going to do? And so that really just opened my eyes, and I was like, okay, I have to get on the ball game here when it comes to that. But still, now that you have the money, what are you going to do with it? Because it's like what he said, if I gave my wife $2,000, she would spend $10,000, So it's like, oh my God, what do you do with the money now? So that's something that's an area where we're having to come together in, because now that I'm making money from home, we got to combine this income and really distribute it and have it work for us instead of us just spending. I don't know if you guys can agree, but when you feel deprived for after a certain amount, like let's say, for example, somebody tells you cannot have chocolate ice cream, and they deprive you of chocolate ice cream, and all of a sudden you're allowed to have chocolate ice cream. You just want to stuff your face with the chocolate ice cream. Well, that's the same thing when it comes to money. Sometimes you go through a struggle and it's like we don't have, and then all of a sudden when you do have, it's like, yay, let's go out, let's go to the movies, let's do this, let's do that, and you feel like you've been deprived, so you want to do all this stuff, and then you look at the bank account at the end of the month and you're like, where'd the money go? I don't know if you guys can relate to this. Andrea.
Oh yeah, like I have always, like, my mom was a single mom just like yours, and growing up we lived with my grandma and grandpa, and my grandpa was always the one that had the money, but I was super close with him. So I didn't take it as the man had the money. I took it as the person kind of with the bigger personality had the money. Like, he was out. My grandma was a little quieter, and love her to death, but she was just a little more quieter. Like, she didn't kind of have that big, huge personality. And I just kind of took, like, the person that has the big personality that goes out and does everything is the one with the money. And then my mom got married, and when she got divorced, her husband had hid all his money and went after hers and told her, I will fight you in court until you have nothing left. And so I have a really hard time sharing money because I feel like that other person is never going to always be there, and so I need to make sure that I got me covered. Like, if you leave tomorrow, I have me, and I'm not.
Yeah, that happens to me.
It's a little weird.
Mm-hmm.
That happened to you too, Myra, right? Yeah, because I'm sure that being single.
Yeah, because when you get through the divorce, sometimes it's something that you don't expect it. And it's like, and when you get out that bubble, ugly bubble, you think, okay, this is that's what even that we spend money, but even I have to control. That things that the money in the house, even that we're 6 years of marriage, even that, I'm sorry about what they said, but I have to, my credit is my credit, and even though we combine our salaries, I'm the one that pay because, and it's something that I think that is a pattern for what you said about when you are divorced, that you feel like, that happened to me too. When I divorced with my ex-husband, he made the same thing. He wants me to be without any money. And when I fighting and I gained the money that my daughter deserved to have it for living and everything, at that point I just always reserve myself to be the provider. that to be the stable, to be the organized. Even that have a salary, I always try to count on my salary, and that is what on the beginning was a huge fight for us because he wasn't grow up that way either, don't you? That you was that I'm not the provider because we both are the provider, but I always control of everything. You know, in your case, you was before in the other marriage, you was the one that control the counting and everything.
I tried. Before I tried. Well, now we work as a team, which is what's the important thing here. And when we started working as a couple, as a business, we already had that money blueprint changed, where we put our money to work for us, or the rest. I mean, whatever. When we started, we simply knew how to protect it too, because it's not the same to have the money that someone will pay you. So we were more conscious of managing ourselves because it was ourselves who were producing the money.
Yeah, that's basically.
Wow, the question lies in. This is really, I'm telling you, man, this can get deep. This can get a little deep because when you read these books, you start to analyze your own heart, and you realize, ooh, there's some stuff in there that maybe shouldn't be in there. Because as a woman, you know, having gone through a few divorces or one divorce or whatever, or a separation, or even like that, like feeling like a child when she asks for money. Where is the balance when it comes to not allowing like your pride to get in, you know what I mean, and being that vulnerable, being vulnerable and just open to your husbands or to your spouse in that sense. And I'm telling you guys this, I really like it because it allows you to kind of dig deep in that, because I know that men do want to provide, and you know, and then, but when there's the woman and she's just like, I got this, you know, like I got this, that's a problem, you know. So I'm pretty sure that it wasn't that easy for Harv Eker to overcome that, he and his wife, and he put it on one page in a book, but I'm pretty sure it took them a little bit to kind of get it, you know, get it down packed, you know what I mean?
You know, I don't know about Harv. It wasn't that tough for me, because you know, I've always been a believer that men and women are equals, and also remember I knew Mayra since we were kids. So I knew how her way of thinking, and I knew she was a tough girl. I knew she was the tomboy type. Yes, I'm gonna try to be the stronger one here. Yes, and all that. But I didn't have any problems. I actually prefer a strong-willed, intelligent woman than a person that doesn't have an opinion at all.
Wow.
Yeah. On that point was we have our blueprint, like I read it, like I writing several times.
I'm telling you, you gotta come up with your own blueprint. I wonder where my blueprint man is at. Bae, I think he's ignoring this one. I seriously do. I think he's
letting you be the boss too.
That's what it is. I got the boss necklace on. No, and you know what's funny, right, guys? I'm gonna tell you a story. So my refrigerator broke, and I was kind of happy because like Harv's wife, when she buys things, the dopamine releases and she feels the pleasure, you know, and that's me. When I buy something, I'm all like, ooh, that felt good. So my refrigerator broke, right? So I'm like, yay, this is a chance for me to go and find a pretty refrigerator. Now, mind you, I don't know if you guys know my story. My plan is to buy the RV, you know, within probably like a year from now and hit the road and all this other, you know, beautifulness and just travel, right? So in my mind, I'm thinking I can't be buying expensive stuff because I'm just going to sell it anyways, right? So this is where the caca really hit the fan. It was really like a test of are you serious, Lena, about your dreams and what it is that you want to do with your life, right? So here I am. My husband, he goes to Best Buy, and he's sending me pictures, right? And he's like, babe, you know, this one here is like 400, 500, and they're all ugly, ugly. And I'm like, ew, I don't want that one. And then eventually I'm like, babe, just come get me. Just come pick me up. I send him all the way to Home Depot and to Best Buy and then back to come pick me up. And I was like, you know, you got to just come get me anyways. I don't see why you shopping by yourself. Let me come. So by the time he comes and picks me up, he's all upset because by now he's just tired, okay? And he's looking at refrigerators. And he even told me, he's like, babe, it's a fridge. I'm like, babe, but fridges, you know, it's going to be in our kitchen. It's got to look nice, whatever. And he's like, I understand that, but, you know, it's a fridge. They all look the same to me, right? So I'm just like, okay. So we go, right? And there's this issue. There's a little issue going on in the car, and the tension is, you know, you could cut the tension like a knife, I'm telling you. So he didn't want to go back. And he's probably thinking, oh, man, we're going to go back, and this woman's going to have to spend like $1,000 on a fridge, you know? So it was an unexpected thing. So we get there. And I start looking, I start, you know, opening the refrigerators. I'm like, ooh, I don't like that. Ooh, I don't like that. Ooh. And then I open one, and it's like, oh, it's got the blue lights, and it's just like, oh, my God. And I said, dang, you see what I'm talking about, babe? When you open a refrigerator, it's got to be like an experience, you see? And to him, all I'm saying is cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Every time I open my mouth, it's going cha-ching, cha-ching, right? So I'm like, babe, you see, when you open the refrigerator, it's got to be this experience. And when you look inside a refrigerator, it just has to make you feel motivated to eat healthy. And I'm selling him on the fridge, right? And he ain't being sold, let me tell you. So anyways, we're looking at the refrigerators. Let me tell you. 600, 700, it starts to go up, 800, 900, 1,500, right? So eventually he's just like, okay, you know, he's scared. So, you know, I don't know, you may want to call it the universe or the Holy Spirit or my conscience or whatever, but myself, my inner self said, Lena, don't you want to buy an RV and hit the road soon? Why on earth are you going to buy an expensive refrigerator, right? So that's when it really, 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 the reality of, do you really want to do what you say you're going to do? And it sunk in. And I said, okay, all right. So we bought a little, you know, $499 refrigerator. And there it is. I mean, it's clean. At least it's clean and it's pretty. You know, but it's in there. It's in there. I stood true. And like, can you believe that in the end he was like, thank you, babe. He said thank you. And when he said thank you, I was like, oh, my God, I don't know what I've been doing to my husband that he actually thanked me for not spending $1,000 on a refrigerator. I felt so bad, y'all. I felt so bad, you know. But anyway, so that's my story. And, yeah, so, you know, that I can definitely relate to the whole, you know, issues with the husbands and the wives and the money. And, Andrea, can you say anything about that? I'm going to pass you the mic, girlfriend.
I am a spender. I love some nice stuff. Like, for as long as I can remember, you can show me a catalog, no prices, I will pick out the most expensive thing. It's a gift. So, but one of my things is, like, I'm such a control freak with money. Like, that's why I can't really let anybody else, because I like what I like. You know, and I've never understood. A friend of mine growing up, they had, you know, that plastic off room that you only get to use on Christmas and nobody gets to touch anything.
Mm-hmm.
It never made sense to me. Like, why would you buy nicer things and you don't get to use them? Like, why are your guests more important than you? That never ever made sense to me. So, you know, if I like something and I think it's worth it, I'm gonna buy it. Right. And I think that's, you know, part of where my money thing comes from. You know, I have to be in control of it because I don't want to have to discuss it with someone. I don't want to have to say, I like this, you know, but is it cool? It's my money. Screw you. I'm buying it.
She said, I don't care what you think. Screw you. That's my money. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. You know, oh, my goodness, hot mess. Hot mess. I'm telling you, y'all. We need to write all this stuff down.
Xabelina,
Yes,
her,
Edgar.
her last name is Richie, so that's why she's like that.
That is a blueprint. Already.
That's true. That's true. Richie, girlfriend, let me tell you, she's a big spender like a rich person, right?
Always.
She said always. She's so funny. Oh my gosh. Oh my God, I love it. I love that we're getting into this topic. It's a little scary though. I'm telling you, my husband is in this house, and he's not making himself known, y'all. I don't know if he's watching this on my laptop, honey. Babe, if you're watching, come over here, okay? Come over here and start to confess. He doesn't want to confess. He's just like, this woman's a hot mess. Can't believe she's over here telling everybody our business. No, but we'll be a lot better. I'm telling
You
you.
sure you want to do that? He's not gonna say only the fridge story. He's gonna
That's
say,
true.
yeah.
That's true. He's gonna give his interpretation of the story, which is a little bit different because we tell two different stories. You know, I'm more of the rated G version. He's more of, like the rated R, and so yeah, this is so funny, guys. So what other stories can you guys share? I know that obviously, like what I just said, when it comes to spending money, there's an emotional attachment to it, whether it's spending money or not spending money. Because Harv is one where he grew up thinking that if he were just to hold on to his money, and the more money you accumulate, the better you are. But that was an emotional attachment as well. And then his wife was, well, if I spend it now, I'm going to feel good. And that was also an emotional a feeling as well. What do you guys think about that? Myra, have you ever been emotionally attached to your money?
Yeah, no. Well, I just, I even that you asked me that question, touched me a lot of what you said, that you have to think in a lot of your reality of what you want, because in a specific the part that you said that of your dreams, sometimes that is very powerful. That is what the balance getting on everything. That you have to review your. For example, we have a vision board. We have a vision board, and our vision board, we put a lot of things that that is something that we do since, well, before I marry Edgar. I always have a vision board or something.
Which includes the RV.
Exactly. And right now, I just say we have been having some changes on the vision board, because I have a big house that I love it, that I just took pictures the other months ago. But right now that we've been living with our Alanis on this summer, we have to review it again, because we say, why we want a big house if we want an RV to travel on the days that Alani is not gonna be here, and you start to make this kind of adjustment and changes, and it's awesome, because we also it's being we have this not discussion but conversations that our dreams and changing that kind of blueprint, like okay, but Mayra, you want this kind of RV, because the one that we want is like the road trek. It's not the one that you have, the big one that you want. It's just only a road trek that is just to go and have a little queen bed, and that's it. But even that, we've been calculate. Okay, but what it is if we go and we have the Corvette? Edgar wants a Corvette, and Corvette, and then spend the other money. Spend the other money in hotels. But I say no, but it's in that point, and you start to, even that is dreams. You have to conversate, have that kind of conversation of how that you're gonna spend the money, and it's very powerful sometimes.
That's true.
Yeah, actually, and part of it is the having the money and following up on your dreams is something that is not bad. We actually, what we dream about with the RV, it's to actually appreciate nature, um, travel, and appreciate nature that's all around us, and a little bit more, right? Because we appreciate nature already, but when you do go out there and see this beautiful country that God gave us, and that's another story. I mean, we really want that. We want to have peace and also an understanding of our surroundings here on Earth, right? And
Yes.
as you can see, Xabelina is already appreciating nature.
Yeah.
She's
It's
somewhere in
beautiful.
the mountains, and before she was on a beach. So that's kind of how we what we want.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not good to appreciate nature online. It's good to actually realize your dreams like in reality.
Yeah,
I
Exactly.
can
get out there.
yeah, I can relate. I can relate, guys, 100%. What about you, Andrea? What is your realization of reality and what is it that oh my goodness, look, it's all blurry in the background. That's so pretty. That's all like YouTubey and stuff. Um, Share with me, girl. Myra, I can relate so much with you because I think the same way. Like I got the RV dream, and then when I look at the big house, I'm like, why do I want that bigger? Like today, I posted the $5 million house, and but it's good. It's good to just look at them, and but yeah, you think about it, and you're like, do I really want that, or just do I want freedom to be able to go anywhere and everywhere? What's your dream, Andrea? And what keeps you grounded when it comes to stuff like that, like spending the money and stuff?
Um, One of the things I want, like, I could RV every now and then, but I don't think I could do it for a long period of time. And my house is always my sanctuary. Like, I need a huge kitchen because we both like to cook, you know. I want a beautiful backyard. I don't want to be right on top of other people. Because growing up in the city, how you're right on top of other people and you can hear the people next door pee. Like, I don't want that.
Mhm.
I want my space, and I want it to be comfortable, and I want it to be, just kind of a whole sanctuary thing. And then I want to be able to travel and do, that fun stuff too. But when I come home, like, I want it to be just that I'm here, you know?
Yeah, that's my husband. That's my husband. He had a hard time kind of saying yes to the whole RV thing because that's what he wanted. He wanted to come home to some bricks, and my kids did too. They're like, we want a room. I don't see why you trying to stuff us in a tin can for, yeah, but I'm like, come on, let's live a little. So they think I'm crazy, but we're gonna do it anyways. But no, I feel you, girl.
You can have both. You can have both. The other day that Trisha was on our house, I showed her and we said, Trisha, this is a big house and we don't need. I like that one on the vision board, but and she said, hey girl, your mindset is being short. You have to think about big because you're able to have Darby and that house. You can do it. You can have it. And then say, oh, maybe that is good. That is a great idea also.
That's true.
The idea is here is not to limit ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, and it's a subject that was in the book, and um, it was here in the book. It talks about some people think that the money is just the root of all evil, right? I mean, if you remember what we read, some people don't think that they should have a lot of money, and that's a way to limit yourself. Think about it. Um, it's not bad being rich. In fact, I was reading this week about Abraham, and actually Abraham was a rich man. But I mean, the difference is where do we have our heart at? We have our heart in our money. We could have a lot of money. It's the What makes it bad is when you do have all your heart in your money. That's what makes it bad. You know, it's not bad to have money. It's not bad to create your own means. It's actually that's actually better. You're creating more for yourself, and maybe you can help others more with that money. In fact, thank you. In fact, when Abraham was asked to hold ground, um, he was basically given the choice to take a piece of the land. Yet he gave that first choice to his nephew Lot. And it wasn't even his brother; it was his nephew. And he said, "You know what, Lot? Choose the land you want first." Right? And why did Abraham did that? Because he didn't have his heart on wealthiness and on this piece of land. No, no, no. He had his heart on God first, and then, okay, I do have a lot of money, but I know what to do with it, and that's help whatever the God cause is, and he gave a large piece of land. In fact, it says in the Bible, it says that it was a better piece of land to Lot. But I mean, he I like that. And but again, where is our heart?
Yeah.
Get all the money you can, because it's out there, right?
And it's in their mind.
What do you do with it? Well, use it for the betterment of yourself and maybe others, right?
I agree. And don't use it for the betterment of others because you feel guilty. Because there are some people who they feel guilty for having their money, and so therefore they give, and it's just like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Don't give it out of guilt. I'll tell you what, if you seek wisdom and you learn, listen, when you seek wisdom and you apply it, you will have money. You know what I mean? Like it's inevitable. I think that Abraham and a lot of people from the Bible and a lot of people who are just rich, what they have is wisdom when it comes to learning how to manage their money. So first, seek wisdom, and all of these things will be added to you. Obviously, you're going to know now what to do with it, where to distribute it, and you're just going to be smart about it, I think that a lot of people, the reason why they're struggling, especially here in America, I'm not talking about third world countries, I'm talking about here in America, people struggle because of their money blueprint, you know what I mean, their emotional attachment to this little piece of paper that we call money. I think that a lot of people, they pray, well, God, help me to be a good steward of your money. And I think that that's something very important, because when you acquire wisdom, you acquire the knowledge, and you could just distribute it. What do you think about that, Andrea?
One of my favorite sayings, which I think is a super misunderstood saying, is those who have the money make the rules. And I really like that because, now there is this whole generation of people that think like us that are starting to have the money. And we get to make the rules, and we get to change the earth into, what we want, and into such a better place. And it's not the rich are greedy and push everybody down, and you're all in it for yourself. We have a whole, tribe of people that are, we're creating money to create better things for everybody, not just ourselves. It's not me pushing you down so that I can get the money. It's each of us lifting each other up so that we can all have that and have a better overall, So I think, yeah, we should make the rules. We should have the money.
And that's why I really like network marketing, because it's you're creating your own economy, and those who join you are helping to circulate that, So I really appreciate
You
that.
help others, because there's no way that you grow if you don't help others.
Exactly. That is so true. And you know, what you said, Andrea, about you know, the rich and the stuff. You know, the victim mentality of, well, the rich people get rich and the poor get poor. That victim mentality ain't gonna get nobody nowhere. And you're right. You know, now we have the internet. We have so many ways that we can make money, and it's just a matter of reaching out to people and asking, hey, how are you doing it? You know, a lot of people, I think that they try to go looking for experts as well, and there really is no expert. It's just come in and we all help each other out. You know what I mean? And you know, they look for the gurus. Let me look for the gurus. No, it's not about the guru. It's about the system. You know, network marketing helps you. It enables you to just not be a guru. Share something that's good, that's of value. I don't know of any network marketing company that doesn't have something of value, whether it's their vitamins or whatever it is that they're selling, whatever it is that they're offering, it has value. So yeah, we're doing it. If you want to do it and if you want to know how, there's a little green button down here. I just added it, y'all, and it's the TNT Tuesday night trainings, and it's on 22 Social, and our team will totally help you learn how to do that. So anything else that y'all would like to add to this amazing conversation that we're having?
We need to wait for the next time that Alex come to. I really wants to know about this kind of chapter with him.
I want to know too, because he's a little quiet. I'm wondering. I got a few viewers here, and I'm wondering if one of them is him. You know, so I'm just wondering, babe. I can't believe he stood me up like that, y'all. Should I dump him? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Well, y'all, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up with the putting our hands over our hearts and doing our declaration. Yes. I love this part. So let's get this done.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you're going to place your hand on your heart and say this, millionaire. You're going to say, I release my non-supportive money experiences.
I release
my non-supportive money experiences
from the past. And create a new and rich future.
And create a new and rich future.
Amen. So touch your head and say, I have a millionaire mind.
I have a millionaire mind.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I always have a blast with all of you. And hopefully, Yay, who is watching, get at us and definitely be on this panel next week. We would love to have your stories, and we would love to have your input, your opinions. I would love to get somebody who totally disagrees with this book, because that would just make this show totally awesome, you know? But anyways, guys, thank you so much for being here once again. The replay will be somewhere, the link. So, yeah, you guys have an amazing week. If you want the TNT training, it is free for you. Just click on that green button, and I will see y'all later. Love y'all. Thank you for being here, everybody. Bye.